thank you for coming out here with me. I know Jay-Z said in H to the Izzo, you could have been anywhere in the world, but you're here with me. So I must say thank you for coming through. You know, you're one of Guyana's hottest recording artists, if not the hottest recording artist. I could imagine the amount of people that are bidding for your time. So first of all, thank you for coming on the show with me. I'm sure my audience will appreciate the fact that you're here in the street. Tell us a little bit about who you are. Tell us about Kush.
We always roll with something in the space, you know, artist from Guyana, entrepreneur, philanthropist, you understand me, and the list goes on with regards to, you know, the individual, Kush, you understand me, but there's a little synopsis so over in now with me, say it me, yeah.
Okay, perfect. I like the fact that you're into philanthropy. You know, it's good that artists find, you know, these means to navigate and give back and help, you know.
Definitely. You just got a pretty huge journey, you understand me, and all that, you know, like when you the firing up, what you needed and what you wanted, and the same assistance that you would have wanted, you should render down to others.
All right, perfect. Caribbean culture has always been, for as long as it is, predominantly dancehall, soca, calypso. It's hardly been rap, which is predominantly what some of your music is about, rap. Where would you classify your music under? Which genre?
To be honest with you, I wouldn't be able to box it in. I wouldn't even want to box it in into a genre specifically because, you know, it's a mixture. I would call it blend. Years ago, me and a few friends, we gathered with regards to it, and, you know, it's a mixture of the Guyanese patois, and you have some jazz, you have some hip hop, you have some soca, you have some calypso, you have some dancehall. It's a blend. It's a mixture of all of those stuff with our patois. So I wouldn't box it into any genre specifically. I think the versatility that the style possess, it can adapt when necessary. So
You know, one of the things I like about your music is that it's Guyanese. Like when I hear you rap or whenever you sing in like a dancehall team song, I always feel like this is a Guyanese. Like I don't feel like it's a Guyanese singing like a Jamaican or a Guyanese rapping, which I think is good because I can recall a few years ago, I was privy to hosting the Jamaica national team and I heard them sing Alkaline song and it actually sung like Alkaline himself. So, you know, that whole relation there is very good. I like the fact that you don't give me a foreign type personality when you sing, right? So, to me, that is good. Take us through the creation of your first song. What's going on in Guyana? What's going through your head? Who you're working with?
the creation of my first song,
Yes, first song.
well, there's they can be somewhere around the age of 13. I was pushed and encouraged by not only peers but also two teachers at Central High School. We had a calypso competition, but somehow the calypso competition turned into a soca competition in school. After we wrote the song, me and a few brethren, we sat down and wrote a song. I was looking at, you know, more so the theme around what was happening, which was a matrimony vibe. And with the matrimony vibe, you know, it comes with backball, you know what I mean? It follows with backball, it follows with partying to some extent, and just revolving around the Guyanese culture. That was the whole our mindset and my mindset at the same time. And we basically let ideas bounce off of each other, and that's the first time I actually penned to
Sounds
write.
exciting.
Yeah.
So how is it, like, for example, I'm thinking you're 13, music becomes a passion. How do you navigate, one, going to school, and then your quest to become a musician, especially in Guyana where it's not much, it's not too lucrative to want to venture into, and then you have to now tell that to your parents. How did those conversations went?
Was never fruitful. Even in the space of areas in which, you know, they were some source of income with regards to, say for instance, a hobby. More so that's what a lot of Caribbean parents or Guyanese parents more so would classify something of that sort into. They would say that it's a hobby. I was leaning into the arena of sports, cricket, football, and these things, and then you found that my mom, she told me there's not where it is, the books is where it is, and that's how I find myself getting more in tune more so to writing the music and so, but it wasn't accepted at force. It's like me, it was never accepted at force in the space whereas okay, this is something that yeah, so it was a whole fight down, right or wrong, not only from she, it was right or wrong.
I'm playing domino, right? And tell you the truth, I mentioned your name, but I said cKush instead of Kush because of how you spell the word. So the guys was like, no, it's not cKush, it's Kush. The C is silent. Then I'm like, this man's stupid. Why would he put a C before a K? Like, But I want you to take us through why the name Kush, why the spelling, and is there a correlation there with weed? Because
Definitely.
weed and
Yeah,
Kush.
there's actually a correlation with regards to weed. There's in the space, so I'm a Lil Wayne fan. I'm a fan of Lil Wayne's music, and they had a specific song around the time that I was creating that he released. The name was Kush. I didn't know the whole tune word for word. And I got a cousin, my cousin, he's the individual who said, oh, yo, you gotta get a name, use Lil Kush. Understand me? So it started out as that, and then afterwards I did my research on the name Kush. You understand me? After doing my research on the name Kush, I've learned that, Kush was an ancient African dynasty. One of the most, it was one of the most advanced dynasties. Not only one of the most advanced dynasties, you found it also in the Bible. It's a biblical name also. Kush is a biblical name within the space of, I think he is the eldest son of Canaan. I think he's the eldest son of Canaan. Kush is the eldest son. He's under the lineage of Ham and so. You understand me? So they were warriors, they were conquerors, the Kushites. I don't know if when you get into that field, because I'm heavy on history, politics and war, so after doing my research with Nimrod and these individuals, the Hamites, the Kushites, and so I realized that this name, coincidentally, is a powerful name.
It is.
You understand me? So after realizing that, I did my research also on the plant itself. Probably the highest grade, one of the highest grade of marijuana that you could, forward across. And with that being said, the name basically represents higher knowledge. So I mixed families Bacchus, Heidekan, Louis, Bob Semple. Understand me? So there's an African side and then there's an Indian side. So the Indian side is where the marijuana come in with the mountain of Kush, and then the African aspect is where the Kushites and the Hamites and so.
Wow. Wow. Sound like some pretty heavy stuff.
Yeah.
A lot of folks that watching and didn't know will be like, wow.
Yeah. No people they'll never think so far.
Yeah. And one of the things I like with these courses like this, it forces listeners or just any audience to now go to Google and research, and then when you open Google, sometimes they find something even new that you might be like, wow, so that is pretty deep. So there's always something special about a name, and like you can tell a lot about somebody just by the name or by the name they choose to give something. So that's pretty good. How do you decide, Kush, which producers, collaborators, and features to work with on your music, and what kind of qualities you look for in a great collaborator?
To be honest with you, I don't, it's all about, I believe in a vibe and the energy, and once the energy connect, I think me and anybody could work whatsoever. I don't look specifically for anybody, or say for instance, oh, I want to hear this song or whatever song or whatever. Because of how I create, I find a way that I adapt very quickly with regards to whatever is presented to me. So it's dependent on what they create, what they present, and when they present it, how we connect on a certain level. I wouldn't be able to tell you, okay, this is the song I'm looking for. I just feel it. I just get a vibe. Like, as soon as I hear something, I just get a vibe and I just be like, this is it. Something is just spew out to me right away. And then I just know that, all right, this is it here. So yeah, we do. We can walk here, champ. It's like,
So, so in the grand scheme of things, Kush, which producer globally, like if you had the opportunity to pick out one producer to work to work with on say a song or perhaps an album, which producer would that person be?
that's tough. Um, Globally,
Any producer, you had one pick, and it's a producer who you want to work with.
that's tough. So like, they got few.
Yeah.
Sorry that I can,
Yeah, that's okay.
it be Charlie Puth, Timberland, Pharrell.
Pharrell, that's my guy. That is my guy.
So those three guys,
That yeah. If you want to make top quality music, Pharrell is.
I think all of those guys, within their arena, they're great.
Yeah.
I think specifically Timberland more so. I think he's one of the most deadliest producers ever. You understand, man? It's one of my favorite.
Yeah, I like Timberland.
I ain't knocking.
No, I ain't saying knocking Pharrell. To me, right, like you say, these guys get the specialty. Like Pharrell would give you a nice somber music. Timberland is going to give you the club bangers. Any day, anyway, he would walk in the room and say, look, club bangers.
I actually like the kind of vibe. I gravitate to that space more so. Of it's unexpected, but the type of vibe that Charlie Puth and these guys, they create also. I'm a fan of those type of music. You feel me? And I could create within the space. There's more to the artist, as you know. As time progresses, we will realize, the level of versatility that I bring to the table when it comes to music in its entirety.
Yeah, for sure, for sure. You had to sign to a record label. Which record label you would sign to?
My label.
Your label. So you would stay independent.
I would definitely partner.
Yeah.
You understand me? I would partner with a label. You understand? And you already know what label is.
Yeah.
You supposed.
Yeah. For
You
sure.
know the label.
For sure.
You understand me?
Yeah.
There's the partnership.
I'll tell you what. I love Eggball. I can eat 6 egg balls, 8 egg balls on the flight. No issue. I think egg balls are great. I think if
I'm
you're a
not for
guy,
egg ball.
wow. I think if you're Guyanese, you have to like egg ball. Like I don't think like you could say I don't like egg ball. So I would ask you, one, why girls don't want to egg ball, and then 2, what's going through the artist's head producing no egg ball?
Yeah, I blame Drew. First thing, I blame Drew. Yeah, I blame Drew for no egg ball. You understand me? But I could have definitely related because I'm not a fan of egg ball. Understand me? I'm not a fan of egg in the hole. You understand me? Yeah, but no egg ball. It was hardball was being referenced to a lot in Guyana around the period of time. And it's like, what kind of man these girls want? Like these girls like soft man or hard man. And then you get hard ball. And then when you create the analogy between the two hard ball and egg ball, it's quite relatable not only to Guyanese culture but also the Caribbean culture that hey, it's hard ball or egg ball. If your man is not hard ball, your man is the egg ball. You understand me? So I think to some extent, for me, after it was presented to me by Drew Tovin, shout out to my brother, you understand me? After it was presented to me because he's the guy that hit me up and was like, hey yo, XYZ, this is it, blah blah blah. And it's like, yo, let me get to writing. And it's like, I bet. It was a movie creating us. So with it being said, yeah, there was somewhat of the creative process of what was going through my mind. You understand? What kind of it relates to what kind of with the type of man these guys like. You know what I'm getting like the tough youths, they don't really like
the song hit. You skyrocket on different charts. I could imagine some of those. You definitely
we actually went number 1 on iTunes.
Right. Correct. I think Cardi B had a song out. Right. Correct. So correct. So I'm thinking like, okay, you're producing this record, but you definitely you want to be big. You think it's a good song, but I mean, you probably
Actually,
thinking
no, we didn't.
You didn't think it's a good song.
We didn't know. This is the truth.
Yeah.
The song wouldn't have released if Gully Ras didn't say. And you can check it now. If you go on YouTube, It's on Gully Rat's page, it uploads. It's Gully Rat's bully Joe and tell you, hey bro, send me the song. I gonna upload the song. That was during the period that we was like, you know, we drop Don't Say 40.
Yes.
You understand me? And we did deciding on the next song to drop because we really just it was quarantine, so we were just creating like crazy. But Ras is the man that hear it and was like, he was there in the creative process. He's like, hey, this is the one. And he said, yo, let me release it. And we was like, release it, man. Let me see what's on, you know.
Ross is Kanye West.
Yeah, he can walk like though. It's like, man, he's the one that said, we releasing this song. Why you releasing it? Give me it. I ain't releasing it.
But the song drop, you definitely break all these records. You're on all these charts. What's the feeling like in the camp?
It was yeah, there wasn't no big Lollapalooza, no big excitement whatsoever. It was just, you know, hey yo, we start something, so let me just make sure that we continue what we've started, continue creating and work on Galang. The main focus was working on Galang because we understood that this is not nothing.
Yeah.
We understood that we ain't even scratched the surface yet because we performed in Guyana.
Yeah.
We moving around in Guyana. First international performance was in French Guyana, which would be Cayenne, yeah. So and that was about it. So knowing and understanding where you're at with regards to creativity, understanding that, you know, it's a spec with regards to what you've created and, you know, evolving from there. And I think, you know, humility kept us together. Humility definitely kept us together and kept us focused on, you know, just creating more because there's not nothing.
I noticed there's this vibe you speak about when collaborating. I noticed with the three guys there's a synergy there where everybody's in, like when you guys sit to make music. I personally is listen to music that you three guys produce because I feel like this is amigos type of music. Like when you guys get together, it's really good quality music. So I tell the guys I said that. I think you guys actually produce.
Well, let me hear.
For sure, for sure. I think you guys actually produce really, really good music. One of my fans told me if I get the chance to ask you, say, Drew is a dress man, Colly Ross is a dress man, but I don't really get his big flashy dress from Kush. What is happening? Is Kush a dress man or Kush is just let's just go out?
That's not me thing, you know. Yeah, this is just not me thing. I was always, you know, individuals always would push me to, you know, oh, boy, you gotta get this, you gotta rock this, chew on this, and imitation. But I just like what I like. And I can stick to what I like regardless of whatsoever. No amount of attention or whatsoever can't throw me off. And that's the type of individual I am, like, can't throw me off.
I totally feel you on that because
Understand me?
I'm definitely the same. It don't really matter. Once it's a jersey in the part.
Remember now, everybody get a thing with a I love lyricism. You feel me? I love lyricism. I love partying. Them man don't like party how much I like party. So, you know, everybody get a thing and you gotta understand who's you thing. I work according to you thing.
For sure, for sure. Yeah. You're a musician in Guyana though. Like I mean, not where you are now, but you're in this field, you're trying to reach to these different acclaims, you know, I can imagine some international awards definitely in the future. What motivates you to wake up, also repeat like the song? Because that is, to me, that's one of my favorite songs, Wake Up, also, because I can relate to, you know, the lyrics. So, right, so what motivates you to wake up, hustle, and repeat, especially in the music industry, given the fact that there's not too many fairy tales in the arena, especially in Guyana?
I believe him, I believe him. And I won't even say believe, because, you know, with belief there's doubt. I know. I know for a fact what I want and what I will achieve, you understand me, by the grace of the Almighty, you understand me. With knowing that and keeping that in mind every day, it's like the road is already out there for you. You just gotta walk part now. And that's why I tell myself every day. Get up and walk. And keep walking and don't stop walking. There's me meds every day, every time I jump out there because I know when I'm gonna reach my destination, but I gotta keep walking. I can't stop for nothing, G. It's like this me pep talk, my motivational talk to myself. You would have never thought a girl from I don't know, from Guyana would have been the #1 actor in Black Panther.
Yeah, for sure.
You would have never think that, you know, oh, Eddie Grant would have been the vice of the apartheid in South Africa.
For sure.
You understand me? So, with that being said, don't ever limit yourself. So, and that's me. That's why I don't even box myself in with regards to a genre.
Yeah.
And with regards to my creativity, in no space, no time I don't talk negatively about it at all, you understand me? So that's the idea that I keep in mind all the time. And I think, Letitia Wright had that kind of mentality. I think that Eddie Grant had that type of mentality. St. John had that type of mentality. I think all these individuals had that type of mentality. And I got get on my mentality there with the super soldier serum on it at the same time, you understand me? Yeah, that's the idea.
I think to be fair, most successful person got that mentality. Like it's this or nothing for me, and they really go out and sometimes
Plan A is plan A.
overachieve.
Plan A is plan A.
Plan
And
A,
plan
yeah, right,
B is
right.
to make plan A work, bro.
Right.
And that's it.
Right.
You say
Right. I'm listening to one of your recent songs, and in it you're saying, I got 4 businesses. I mean, you say that casually, but it's do Kush really got 4 businesses, and why is Kush in all these business if you do music? Like,
Yeah. But there's the thing. There's a reason why you gotta do business as an artist. Rihanna didn't get Rihanna, all of these musicians that you find that rich or wealthy. I won't even say, I won't call rich on anybody, because rich is here today and gone tomorrow. But these individuals who are wealthy, it's not the music. The music was an advertising space for them. The music is a platform in which you grasp an audience. You understand me? And then with the music, you create a brand. The brand is basically your name, and that's why I don't. That's why I always make reference to Kush as a brand.
yeah,
Kush is a brand. That's why I always make reference that oh, this is a brand. This is totally different from anything. So with that being said, understanding that music is a platform that you use to draw in the audience, create the brand, and when the brand is created, that's when you transcend it into business. That's what Fenty turned Rihanna into a billionaire.
Definitely.
And that's the idea that you have to get as an artist. You understand me? Every artist is like Jay-Z said, I'm not a businessman, I am a business
Yes.
man. You understand me? And that's where it is for any creative whatsoever. You gotta understand that it's a brand. With regards to streaming, there's a lot of individuals think that oh, you get this big side of check, all the streaming from streams, from all these views and these citations. Really and truly, no. It's not really a lot of money there. When you go and you do these researches and these citations, you realize that hey, yo, there's not really all that bread there.
Yeah.
So you gotta know and understand that okay, this is where the money is at. All right, well, if the money is here, I need to invest in business. I need to dabble into this business. I'm currently wearing this is one of my businesses right here. Yeah. This is one of my businesses right here. So, yeah, high profile.
Yeah. I see you at all the shows, which means you're getting some big contracts. Kush is the man of the hour.
Yeah. So this is one of those. So this ties into entertainment. Remember now, I'm an entertainer. I can be performing, bro. And then at the same time I'm performing, I could get my business in here at the same time. So
definitely a business man.
I am that guy. That guy.
Yeah, definitely. How do you balance the creative side of making music with the business side of promoting and managing your work?
It's tough, but at the same time it's easy. You understand? The toughness is the toughness comes where you're in a creative space and then you got a business meeting, right? Because you don't know when out to the blue eyes get creative, bro. I not even lie to you. I sit down here say right now you're probably thinking about a song or two or whatever. I got jotted down, but we here right now. Reason on a level, I got a business meeting and any meeting and I take up my phone right away and start penning stuff. You feel me? This is the tough part. The easy part is this is what I love doing. I love business and I love music. So it just makes everything simple.
Yeah, I find when you're doing what you love, you don't really think of it as hard work.
No,
it's just you doing something.
I don't speak for none, G. I not even lie to you when it forwards to music. I don't speak for none. I just say medicine yo all the time, yo, hey, this would be nice. I ain't just hear a beat and just be like, yo, this would be nice. A business and pop up a business idea. There are various, as an artist, there are various business ideas that forward to you, at different time. You understand me? Because one of my main focus, I need to drop a clothing brand. You understand me? I like a certain style of clothing, right? And I know people are a fan of the type of stuff that I do because I pick and choose sometimes for make certain stuff trend as social experiences.
Yeah, yeah,
Quietly, I just do it.
yeah,
You
yeah.
understand me? In silence, just to see, what type of influence I got on individuals to some extent. And, you know, with the music, creating the music, you realize that, hey, this is his space to advertise,
Yeah.
and this is his space to sell.
Oh,
Yeah,
nice.
but
So you don't got a manager or nothing like that.
nice manage myself.
You manage nice. What would you say are some of your biggest highlight moments you've experienced so far?
Biggest highlight moment.
Yes.
Um, I would say moments of great significance. No Eggball was one, dropping no Eggball. The when I went over into French Guyana, remember now this is not an English speaking country.
Correct.
Right? And with it not being an English speaking country, where these guys from Guyana over in French Guyana, and when we were over there, they're singing this song word for word in English. So that definitely,
Wow.
yeah, they move me to some extent to realize that, AK, alright, partner, man.
Yeah.
You got a voice, the
Yeah.
people them listening, and
That's
you got following.
yeah.
That was one. Dropping Welcome to Moco Moco also was a moment of great significance to me with regards to creating. Realizing that your music could take governmental individuals, the individuals within the government to find some sort of interest in, whoa, what's going on? This song here is very patriotic.
Yeah.
You find the president listening to it, the ministers listening to it, they're vibing to it. The amount of contracts I've gotten after dropping that song,
Yeah.
the amount of work that came along from dropping that song, it was definitely a monumental part of my journey as an artist within Guyana.
I'll tell you what, after I heard Moco Moco, I couldn't believe a Guyanese came up with this whole. It was really good. And um, I'm not really flattered much by when I see certain entertainers produce their content because they don't really produce good content. That's my thing. But if it's good, and I say it's good, it gotta be really good, right? So I'm listening to Moco Moco and I'm like, damn, this is giving me Empire State of Mind vibes. Remember when Jay-Z dropped it? It became New York unofficial anthem. So I was like, this song need to be our anthem. Like every single thing we do now, this need to be the song. Welcome to Mocha. That song felt like an anthem. So that was so good that you tied that into that. This part of the show, Kush, I'm going to give you 10 choices. You're going to have to choose between this or the other. It's going to be one or the other. You can't navigate. So the first one is Joe Cole, Kendrick Lamar.
Kendrick Lamar,
Messi, Ronaldo.
Ronaldo,
Mbappe, Alan.
Mbappe,
Chronix, Sizzler.
Quanix,
Alkaline, Popcorn.
Popcorn,
Lil Wayne, Eminem.
Lil Wayne,
WhatsApp or Facebook.
WhatsApp,
Nicki Minaj, Lil Kim.
Nicki Minaj,
Usher, Chris Brown.
Chris Brown,
Beyonce, Rihanna.
Rihanna.
I'll tell you what.
Simple, man.
I'll tell you what. J. Cole, Kendrick Lamar is tight. J. Cole,
you?
Kendrick Lamar, I think it's tight. I think those two rappers of the modern day rappers, I think those two gives me a sense of rap in its original content. So for me, I wouldn't like pick one. I would be
Music
like,
evolves, I don't really like when
Correct.
people say that, like original. So music just evolves, bro. You understand me? And with evolving, there's some form of adapting to do. So when you say the original, because if you go to the individuals doing hip hop
Correct.
or rap music, was nothing with no side of depth. It was rhyming. It was basically rhyming.
Correct.
It was like a rhyme thing, with the hip and the, you know what I mean, within the space. You understand me? It wasn't really the deep poetic, you know, it started getting like, or I would say it evolved into the, at a certain piece of time when we started getting KRS-One and these kind of guys, you know what I mean, forward into the scene. So, but I respect, the reason why I would say I respect those artists, Kendrick and J. Cole, because of the level that I could relate to them. And that's why you find like a lot of artists get a certain side of following. It's either they get hyped to them or individuals could relate to them. And you can't fight on a man if you relate to somebody. If you understand so it's subjective.
Yeah.
It's subjective.
Alan versus Mbappe though, that's like tight. Alan is a machine.
No, that's not tight. That's not
You
tight.
don't think that's tight?
No, it's not.
Why? I'll tell you what. I like both of the guys. I don't necessarily got a favorite. I think like with Mbappe, his ceiling of achieving is way more high in terms of what he brings to the game. Like Alan is a dead scorer. You wouldn't find him deep in the midfield trying to do anything. Not that Mbappe does, but Mbappe could if he wants to. If Alan does that, then he kind of takes.
So when you're picking the two, on what level as goal scorer? If it's a goal scorer,
I think it's tight anyway because I don't. Alan scores at a remarkable rate. This guy scored in Borussia Dortmund. He scored with the team before them was what, Wolfsburg. He scored. So to me, it's like any team you put him in, he's going to give you 100 goals. Matt? Well, that's true. So I think that's tight though. I think that's tight. You don't think that's tight?
No. Mbappe is definitely
24 Premier League goals is a lot.
okay. So is that how much? Third one, third two.
This guy got 24 with a lot of games to go in the season.
Okay, the season done.
All right, I'll give you that.
Mbappe definitely. Yeah.
Lil Wayne, Eminem though, you gotta cut me some slack. Eminem sold the most records globally for rap to date.
Numbers lie. Numbers lie.
So you think Lil Wayne produced just as good music as
Lil Wayne dominated, had the longest reign in hip hop I've ever seen.
When you say reign, what you mean?
Every track that dropped in every genre, Lil Wayne was on it. There's not another rapper that did that. Every genre of music, every genre. It wasn't just hip hop. You had Katy Perry with pop. You had people with rock music. All these things. He did a whole rock album.
Yeah.
Rebirth.
Yeah.
I mean, Eminem, I think Eminem got two albums that I like. And so I respect Eminem's lyricism.
Yeah.
He got two albums that I like.
Yeah.
And there's the Marshall Mathers LP, that's the first one, and Recovery, which I think is going to go down as one of the best hip hop albums. Recovery by Eminem. Yeah, but Lil Wayne definitely.
All right, I'll tell you what. I'll let you go. What role do you believe social media and other online platform plays in shaping the careers of modern rappers? And how have you leveraged these tools to build your own brand and fan base?
It gives you the freedom of being independent. Before I think creatives within the entirety, they had the opportunity to make excuses to say that, oh, this person ain't give me this airtime, I ain't getting to go on this radio station, this person fighting me down. Facebook gives you access to the entire world. Social media gives you access to the entire world. There is no limitation with regards to such. You can reach every and anybody. Before you had to pick up a phone to call to foreign without even seeing what the person looking like in foreign. You can go on video call somebody right now. We're in the day and age of technology and understanding what you have in the palm of your hand of the phone, because the phone, as deadly as the phone is, or as destructive as it can be, it is also useful. You understand me? So it's actually using it in a productive space and understanding where and how to apply yourself on these platforms and market yourself. So you got probably, how much people in the world? About 8 billion, 7 billion?
About 8 right now.
About 8 billion people in the world. Yeah. You go on Facebook, you don't touch about half of them.
Yeah.
You go on TikTok.
Crazy, there's another TikTok is next.
So you have no excuses on that. I not lie to you. I used to hear people complaining years ago while doing music. I was doing music at the same time. And while I hear they complaining, while they making excuses, I was looking to make way.
Yeah.
Like, you know, okay, if this don't work, I gotta find another way to make it work.
Yeah.
You understand me? And my fourth song, I'm not lying to you, my fourth song that actually got some form of radio play, that song blew up on social media
Yeah. Wow.
before anything. That was Ease Off.
Yeah.
I said, a nice snow come from Uncle Jerry or dog law. That took social media by storm. And then after I think these DJs and everybody realized everybody bumping this, they played it after, yeah.
Wow.
So
What are some of the most important lessons you've learned about the music industry, especially locally, and how have they influenced the way you approach your career?
go over the question.
Okay. What are some of the most important lessons you've learned about the music industry, especially locally, and how have they influenced the way you approach your career?
I haven't learned anything about music industry or music business more so here, because we don't have a music industry here. And with it being said, with all due respect, we have an entertainment. I could say we have an entertainment, some form of an entertainment industry, but a music industry. But with understanding that there is no music industry, that's where the businesses came into play. And understanding that, okay, this is where you have to adapt yourself and start creating lanes of income. That's where you could have seen in 2021? 2021. I signed a contract to be a brand ambassador for a beverage line. Yeah. You understand me? That's how you could have find in the space, I go in and I creating different lanes of, farming some source of income with regards to such. So yeah.
Obviously, you had a recent feud with another recording artist locally, Azariel, who I believe is also another top Guyanese artist as well. I really liked it. One day, one of the guys hit me up in the gymnasium. He's like, yo, which side you on? I was like, let me tell you something. Guyanese music now is at such an height where you could come and ask me which side I'm on. Like, we really into these music. So I said really and truly, I think Guyanese are winning right now, regardless of how you want to look at it.
That's a good perspective.
Right. I said, you ain't never thought this could have happened. Like, Guyanese making music for a man say, hey, I team Azariel, I team Kush. So, so looking at that beef that you had with Azariel, what is your thought on that beef? Personally, like I said, I think it was good. What are your thoughts on the beef?
I really had no thoughts on it, to be honest with you. It was a no-brainer for me. To be very honest with you, it was a no-brainer for me. It was just that it was in the space of protecting the brand that I told you about, the Kush brand, because it was mentioned in a certain space. Yeah. You understand me? And when it was mentioned in a certain space, it was just some form of representation with regards to such. And then I realized that, after that was spewed, and, with regards to the creative aspect and the levels, I realized, hey, I really about to waste my time on these people. Just, cut it short. You understand me? I'm finished with it after. You see?
I definitely get that. But tell us, how do you respond to criticism that, say for example, this track was disrespectful or distasteful, or maybe it would have crossed a line or two? How do you respond to criticism in that nature?
Just subjective, but it's okay. Yeah. That's okay. Everybody will get a different view of things, and everybody would say what they would have done if they were in the situation until they're in the situation. All right, so you gotta understand, to be objective when individuals are coming with their perspective of things. You understand me? And respect it. I could respect. Yeah. I honestly could respect a negative comment.
Yeah, yeah.
I could respect a negative comment. I could respect an ignorant comment.
Yeah.
A negative comment can come from somebody negative.
Yeah.
An ignorant comment will forward from, I just trusting you for be who you are, and I can accept though.
I think, like, for me, right, because I'm really into music, so I've seen feud that went real out of hand, with some lies, some truths. It just depends on if you want to think it true. Like, for example, Nas and Jay-Z. Nas had a brutal diss track with Ito. We saw Movado and Vibes Carter. They went nasty. I think some people lost their lives because of that. Bounty Killer Beanie Man, it was very hot. And so to me, the contents of the beef wasn't really bad. I can understand why persons might think how they want to think. But I think the artist as well, he respected the fact that, it's just lyrics and we could fool around with it. So I think
I get a line though.
huh?
I have a line.
Okay. What is your line?
The line with the mentioning of the mother and the meditation. So when I realized I was going into that space, remember now, I know it could move further than that, and I know that it could. If you understand what I'm saying. So rather not entertain that, I could say to you, know here what happened, man. Do your thing. You feel me?
Before I continue, I'm at the cabin and I think you were speaking with one of the producers and you were speaking about releasing a song, bam. So if you don't know, I'm a subscriber. So I subscribe to you, Drew, Ross, Azariel, everybody. So when the music drop, I get the notification. So I'm playing and then Bobs. I think the night after we playing and I get a Bobs. GTA. So I ain't never paid no mind. So when I come home, I listen because it was loud. So I was like, oh snap. Because this was like after the last song in the beef, GTA drop. I'm like, oh snap. This is like really good. And then Kush is mentioned. So I'm like, this is by no real gangs. But it showed that you actually traveled to French Guyana and those parts when you mentioned certain things. So I think GTA.
They just link me. They just actually link me when they forward it too. No, cause they forward the individuals from French Guyana. They just forward it.
The GTA track was definitely.
Yeah, I link up with Pons and Renzo from Trinidad.
Yeah, I saw Ponzi went to your towers.
Yeah, Pons and
yeah,
Renzo.
those guys are that's very good. What role though do you think beef can play in music, or do you think you should avoid it at all costs? Is it good? Is it bad? Should we just ignore it if it pop up?
You need to understand when to pay attention to it and when not to pay attention to it. Who to pay attention to and who not to pay attention to. Because you could use it to benefit yourself. Here we had in the essence of what was transpiring at the said time, people were saying that somebody character was being destroyed and a brunch was being promoted.
Yeah.
Okay. I had my event that was being promoted at the same time. The attention was there. So you could have, it's either you use it to benefit yourself within the space of time, or
and I saw both events actually sold out. So that was pretty.
so. But it's all about taking the energy and knowing what to do with the energy and know who to answer, when to answer, and how to answer. Because there's different ways to choke a dog.
For sure. How do you manage your emotions and stay focused in the music during a beef? Like, what strategies do you like? Do you get emotionally attached to the music, or is it just strictly for the purposes of the beef? Like, do you get personal? Do you take, like how you say you get a line that people could cross? So how then do you manage that emotion?
So when you cross the line that I got in mind.
Yeah.
I understand that I could be the bigger man and I could refrain from even engaging you because it takes two to tango. It takes two to argue. Yeah. You could argue with yourself. I don't have a problem. You understand me? If you don't understand where I'm at with regards to the level, then whatever transpires that.
And I tell you what, I see the fact that we even got something similar to a sting that ended up playing out with the Masharama. I'll tell you what, if rain didn't rain out Masharama probably would have been
I think it would have
very bigger than what, not that it wasn't big in respect to what played out on the actual night, but I think it would have been
more
packed. And I think the reason why it would have been packed, even though Tony Mataran was there, and there's a hell of a DJ,
Guyanese individual.
I think Guyanese would have come out to see Kush and Azariel, and that's why I think Guyanese of all people won.
But it wasn't. So the thing is about the event, and it's weird that everybody's speaking about it in a clash, in the essence of a clash, because it really wasn't a clash.
It really wasn't.
Right? Who win the clash? Who you think win this clash? Who you think win this battle? Whatsoever. It wasn't nothing to decide. You understand me? In the stage of it being a clash is a man on stage and it's voice for voice, it's tune for tune, it's this for that. We had a showcase of talent. You understand me? And with that transpiring, even in the songs being referred to with each other, I could tell you this is so. You remember that today's what? Today is the 8th of March, 10 something, right? Remember this is so. there is not a diss that I have done that can play after whatever transpire
Correct.
and rock a party.
Correct. I can tell you, I've been in those parties. I really don't like.
So I get no, you understand? So I get in the creative space of understanding at the same time why I got to do when I create. That's why I say I don't know if you listen outside again. One shot kill if any team want this. Broke the remote and mess up the click. That day, bro, it's a thing I just do whenever I create something within the space. I remember that, okay, hey, this got to play after this.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah,
For sure.
yeah, the longevity.
I tell you something. I don't think Guyanese relate to the beef as much as I did, but for me, I was like, yo, we at this level now. Like I didn't think it was a clash. I went expecting, like you said, two-person stage, and because I know the two artists involved, I say, you know what, these guys gonna go freestyle on us, rock the crowd with lyrics. That was my expectations. And it played out, Then I was like, okay, maybe Kush will go last, maybe Azariel will go last. I wasn't too.
It was a whole
Yeah.
mix-up-itation with you.
It was a good thing though that you went on live and said you wasn't too proud about your performance.
I wasn't, no, I
because from my end, I was like, I know Kush and I know Kush music. And I felt as though being a fan of Guyanese music, I feel as though Kush robbed me of what I know Kush could do on a stage, right? And I totally relate to what you say on the live, but I wanted to tell you that you share the same comments in relation to your performance, and then Azariel actually had a very good performance as well.
It was okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. I didn't think much of
But that is good that you can say that, because I didn't want to say that and then you feel offended.
No, let's share something. You gotta be real with yourself before you be real with anybody else, bro. You understand? And I understand what should happen to me as an artist, or with me as an artist. I should keep getting better, bro.
Yeah.
And you need to understand when you're dropping the ball. And don't criticize yourself first.
Yeah.
Be your biggest critic. Be tough on yourself, you understand me? And know what you got to bring to the table. You feel me? And it starts there. It starts being real with yourself and knowing that, hey, better next time, champo. This is not it.
Yeah, for sure. For sure. What is the ultimate goal for Kush in music?
The ultimate goal?
Ultimate goal for Kush in music, not in the 7 out of business like you about to be Guyanese Mayweather, but what is Kush goal in music? Like the ultimate goal. If you get this, you would feel like, yes, I've worked my entire life and this is definitely the way I see it going, and this is exactly what I would want for myself if I look back 20 years down the line. So what would be that goal?
I would say the pioneer, ushering and creating the music industry in Guyana. Being the pioneer, not only for the industry, the sound, understand me, and some form of independence for the artists and creatives within the entire. I can't just say artists or musician or whatever. I always got to lament on creatives because I feel always one. That's how I feel about photographers. I feel about you hosting this podcast right now. All of us within the space, some form of independence, bro, and just be the pioneer for creativity within its entirety, going out. When they hear music, they must say, "Oh, this is music. This is Guyanese music art." We could. It's alright if we say that nobody don't listen Rihanna or listen these artists from different countries and oh, this is this music. This is music.
Correct.
We got here, this is music. And if you want, this is an artist. We the artist from Guyana, but it's an artist force. There's a weight name, there's an actor. Not Guyanese actor from Guyana. You understand me? Yeah, that's it there.
All right, this will be my last question. What advice would you give to aspiring rappers or any musician in Guyana who wish to or just getting started in the music industry? And what do you believe are the keys to success in this field?
I wouldn't be able to tell you what are the keys to success. And I'll start with that. You feel me? Because all we get different doors. You understand me? So Just understand when the door fired in front of you, you gotta adapt.
Yeah.
Some of the stuff that you mightn't like. Humility is key with regards to such, you understand me? Stay humble, stay focused, don't sell yourself short. This is one of the main things. Don't ever sell yourself short.
Yeah.
It's like one of my favorite line from Vibes Cartel, and I used to live by it. I don't want nobody like me, bro. I just do me all the time. I just be me. You don't like me, then go for some.
Yeah.
If they like me here, I can reside here. This is me.
Yeah.
In my natural state, this is me. And I don't look good name. This is what Cartel say.
Yeah.
I don't look good name. Every goods have expired date.
Correct.
Don't go out there fighting up for people like you. Be you. Be the authentic you. Be you and do you 100%. And with being comfortable in your own skin, going around people that respect you while you're comfortable in your own skin same way, you're gonna evolve. They're gonna mold you and also assist in the same way
For sure.
for you evolve and being a better version of you. If you don't love it, don't do it.
You know.
You understand? Because every day is like work. You know you're going to work every day and you're getting paid. Some people don't even want to go to work every day knowing that they're going to get paid. This is a work that you might go to work for years and not even see $1 from it. You gotta keep that in mind.
Yeah.
We didn't know KFC would be so big, the man turn a millionaire
Yeah.
at 50 something, 60 something. But he believe in that, and even some people die before reaching the milestone there. You feel me? So you got do you love what you're doing, because as you love what you're doing, the money ain't even gotta play a part into it. You're gonna be happy, bro. Only you decide whether or not you're successful in this life. Nobody don't hold in the hand but you. I mean, I've heard a lot of things from a young age, you understand me, that, I can't do this, I can't do that. Just give a little, I like share this with the youths, them. I started working at bank again as soon as I left school, right?
It was a break by man, Kush. You wasn't no dance. I think you was a dancer.
No, I won't say that nobody ain't done so, no. Yeah, well, you buy to some extent,
Or you had a
of
link.
course.
You say you gotta get a link.
No, I'm very good at what I do, brother, man. I got my subjects, man. Yeah, I got my subjects. But with it being said, I was pushed out to the space of writing a lot of subjects in school, right? I could only write the compulsory subjects because of the set of the delinquent or whatever. So I ended up writing 5 subjects. You understand me, for CXC. I got 4 out of the 5. Hate math. Nobody would have ever thought that I would work at an establishment, the highest financial institution in the country, which is Bank of Guyana. And I moved from like 4 positions within that entity with 4 CXC subjects. Upon leaving there, someone told me something and I took it personal. They said that if you left here, you didn't get nothing more better you could do after it.
Yeah.
I left there and ended up working with Exxon Mobile, Guyana shore base.
Yeah.
After certain things, there are certain testimonies within my life, bro, that I've moved past from, that I've grown out of. I've realized that, you know what, nobody don't narrate the story or write the story for you, but you and the Almighty. And you gotta understand the power that you hold over your life, and don't give nobody else the power.
Yeah.
The second you give a man the power, you're doomed, part. You understand me? So keeping that in mind is what keep me well grounded, and forever, by the power of the Almighty, you understand me, I will be successful. Like, you understand me? So that is it there. Staying well grounded, believing in you, and you can make this thing look like magic. I've been telling me, Virgin, last night. It's last night, today's one. No, night before the last. I say, yo, I gonna make this week look like magic. This is what I tell him. I tell him, yo, I gonna make this look like magic. I sure you hear me talk before, confidently, bro, that, yo, this is why, G. Can't even say believe, because once again, believe. Get out. Know yourself, you understand me? Know yourself, know the Almighty, and with that, you would never lose. I think there's probably where's called the key was open any lock? The skull head key. This is skull head key. Could open any lock with her.
With that, I want to say thank you so much for spending time with me. Like I said, you could have been anywhere in the world, but you come here tonight. I can't possibly think of the amount of things you possibly have to do on a Wednesday.
Just left a meeting.
Yeah, yeah, you know what I mean? So, once again, thank you for coming. It's been a pleasure. I'm sure the audience would love to hear some of the things that you had to say. I'm definitely looking forward to some of the feedbacks. I think for me, I like the way you open up. I think some of the questions was a bit harsh, but you came prepared. And
Farmer Toastmaster, no, it's good at impromptu
I'm
speech.
excited to see. I'm excited to see your growth, and when you blow up beyond this big personality that you is right now, I can look back and say, listen, the man is a humble man, cause the man came on the street with Jay. You know what I mean? So once again, thank you so
And
much.
then even then, you know, you can make a call and
Yeah, you don't know.
know.
Well, I got a link now.
You
Yeah.
plug in a man
Yeah.
say, but yeah, this definitely though. I just want to say, you know, thanks for having me. It was definitely, you know, I think it would be insightful. You understand me, for a lot of individuals, for those who are interested in the evolving, I would say the evolving. I think that might be my album name. Yeah. But the evolving of not only the artist but the individual. You understand me? Appreciate everybody. I appreciate everybody on this journey. And let me see how far we can go together. Because as I move, those who support me, they move too. As I grow, they grow too. So everybody gonna grow. So when they say it's a jump out now, they're gonna fall again to the show.
Yeah.
The street. Yeah. Those are party.
Good.